More now on Ollie Robinson, who's been dropped from England's squad for the second test due to historic racist and sexist tweets. Prime Minister Boris Johnson has backed comments made by the Culture Secretary Oliver Dowden that the ECB went over the top in suspending the bowler. Let's go live to James Cole in Croydon to get reaction to the developments today. James.
Yes, thank you. This issue with Ollie Robinson's historic tweets continues to divide opinion. I've got former England batsman Michael Carberry alongside me here in South London, near to your home. Michael, thanks for joining us. First of all, what have you made of the political reaction to this? Oliver Dowden, the Culture Secretary, saying that the ECB have been too strong.
I think Oliver Dowden needs to come and spend a day with me and live a day in my shoes and a day in the shoes of most BAME community people, right? And actually speak from a place of facts and reason. I think what's happened, what I'm interested about with Oliver Dowden's comments is when Marcus Rashford only 2 or 3 weeks ago, who is trying to do some good in the world using his platforms and various means, he's trying to do some good in the world for kids of all colours, right? All races, all backgrounds. He's trying to do some good, gets racially abused. I don't hear this Oliver Dowden piping up. So as far as I'm concerned, I have no respect for what his comments are about, because this is a bloke clearly who has not lived, has never been racially abused, he's never been racially discriminated against. So as far as I see it, it's coming from a place of no facts or no reason.
What did you make of the tweets when you found out about them? What was your initial reaction?
Here we go again. Further backs up what I've said last year, that the game has a massive problem. And until people start to deal with the problem, I'm one of those, and I can speak for most of my community, we are not interested in proposals or what cricket is proposing to do. We need to start seeing action. So yeah, good on the ECB for suspending Ollie Robinson, right? I have got some other questions on that. Why was this not picked up on years ago? Why has this guy been allowed to get this far in his career and achieve what he's achieved at the highest level? Is a disappointment to me. Why are we not vetting our young professional cricketers better than what I'm seeing right now? That is one of the massive disappointments in my eyes. But absolutely, I think we have to start drawing a line somewhere, because if we don't, for me, the way I see this, it's just going to encourage other young 18, 19-year-olds who think it's acceptable at 2 in the morning or whenever to send out racist or sexist tweets. Where do you draw the line? Is what I'm asking.
He's apologised. He said it was a long time ago, and he's now been educated. What do you think should happen to him going forward?
Educated how? Where have you got your education from? Cricket, to my knowledge, is only now starting to roll out an education program to stop this sort of thing from happening. So where have you gone to get this so-called education, Ollie, is what I'm asking you. I don't believe you have, mate, and I don't think you're a first-time offender either, is my honest assumption of this. And that's my general experience and most people's experience who had to deal with the likes of Ollie Robinsons in the past. Right, so yeah, your apology, I don't know what to make of it, really. I don't think if this tweet wasn't found, or tweets were found, I don't believe you would have got up with your own back and apologised. You would have been happily going along, sitting there on your 7 wickets. So can you see, from a black community, from a BAME community point of view, it's stuff we have all seen and heard before. These empty apologies, these empty promises of, trying to improve and we're going to get education. What education are you talking about exactly? This is what I'm always been intrigued about, this education. You're a white man, James, I'm a black man. I don't need an education to know how to speak to you or treat you like an equal human. There's something very wrong with that statement, in my opinion. And can someone actually be rehabilitated from this? I just think there's certain things you just can't wash off, I'm afraid, in my opinion.
So do you feel zero tolerance should mean zero tolerance? You don't feel he should play cricket again?
Absolutely. You want to rehab, do it on the sidelines then. If we're trying to create a world of diversity, inclusion, as I've said time and time again to hierarchy at ECB, are we not trying to work towards a world that makes it hard for racists to be included? So then when that establishment is trying to now do that by excluding him from the team, why are other people piping up?
I spoke to you a year ago in the wake of the Black Lives Matter movement and the killing of George Floyd, and you were very passionate about the ECB's stance and their institutional racism. Do you feel now, though, a year on, do you feel like progress has been made? I know they're making the right noises, but do you feel like the ECB are on board in terms of diversifying the organisation?
No, not really, because what's changed? What personnel changes has there been? None. These are the things I'm talking about in terms of cricket. I've heard no one being really promoted in the poignant areas. I've seen or heard of no real changes. It's all been pretty much bunkered down. Hope it goes away, and with time it will pass. That's the usual response to these things. Or they'll try and open a department, throw some cash at it, and open an inclusion department, maybe a black inclusion or an Asian inclusion department, in the hope that, all right, it's out of our way, we don't have to deal with it. But as you're seeing, all these things, are they working, James? No. Because you've got an 18-year-old kid who sat there predetermined and tweeted this stuff. This, as I said, this is stuff that you're not born a racist. This is stuff that your parents, grandparents sit down and teach you this stuff. So it starts very much in the home. Now, when you come in a sporting environment, what's the vetting process? So you can see these kids wander through a system and think it's normalised, it's okay. You've got ministers now telling you, oh, it's too harsh, the punishment's too harsh. So in other words, they're okay in this. Am I surprised Boris Johnson is the first one to pipe up? No. We've only just finished paying the slavery trade bond in 2016, of which he was one of the key ministers. So am I surprised that he's the first one to go, oh no, I think it's a bit over the top? No, not really. So you can see why things end up, why these situations end up where they do. I just think it's a very disgusting situation, and I would like to sit here and say, yeah, a year on, we are improved. Things have improved. I cannot honestly see where it's improved.
Michael, thank you very much for your time this afternoon. So, Ollie Robinson's racist and sexist tweets, historical tweets, he's apologised for them, but they continue to divide opinion. The ECB have suspended him pending an investigation. Ministers today have said that was too harsh on the part of the ECB.
Thanks very much.